Hey friends, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. You will know that you're catching the replay if you don't see a red box right there. I have what looks to be, I don't even know, like a crown of some sort. But we are going to make a star, like a decorative star round. I don't even know if that made sense. So, I've done some prep work here because I don't need to keep you all night. But what you're going to get is you're going to get this. It is 16 inches, and you're going to get 20 4-inch stars. 20. So let me see here. The keyword is star. And let me see if I can find y'all because I don't know where you be. There's everybody. I see you. All right, let me see if this works. So I've painted my round. Zach actually painted it for me. This is sheep skin Waverly, no, folk art, I believe. So we painted this. I didn't want white. I wanted like an off-white. Oh Lord, hold on guys. Just a second. My comment is going way too fast up the comments. All right, so this is what we have. So here is what I suggest. Okay, so it's going to come like this so you can see the scored lines. Now check this out. You're going to get 20 of these, and I'll show you why you get 20, but just pull out 10 to begin with. And this is upside down. I grabbed a pencil right here. And I figured out, okay, I'm going to use, let's see, these three colors mainly, right? I have Candy Apple Dune and Cadet because I didn't want white. So I started figuring out like, okay, I'm going to do, because there's 10, all right? And I have 3 different patterns, colors I'm going to use. Well, that doesn't divide equally, right? So I've placed them down here on the round to figure out, okay, so if this one's going to be red with like a white pattern, I want this one to be blue with the red pattern and this one. So what I highly recommend, and I think this is a great tip and is going to be super helpful, is flip them over and write. Like I have B with Dune. So that's going to be blue background with a Dune pattern. Then I have Dune D with red. And place those face side up or so you can see your handwriting. And that way you'll know, for one, how many you need to paint which color, but also because it's not an even number, you're going to get to a point where you don't want 2 blues, I guess, backed up to each other. I really hope that helped and I didn't confuse you more because I'm pretty sure I just did. So we are going to paint our stars. So when you hop on, say hey, keyword is star, S-T-A-R. And let me grab some paintbrushes. Let me get my little handy dandy paintbrush holder here. It seems that all of the really good brushes have disappeared. Zach Mills, what did you do? All right, so I'm just going to spritz a little water. I am going to paint with the paste tonight. Now, the more you water down your paste, the thinner it's going to be. And chances are you might need to use more, or you might need to add more than 1 coat. Okay? Just saying. So what we're going to do is paint these really fast. I am not painting all 10. I've done some prep work, y'all. Because y'all don't need to sit here and watch me paint 10 of these. Okay, so there's 1. All right, so I'm done with the Dune. I'm going to leave my paintbrush out just in case I need to go back over it. Let me just dry this and see if I need a second coat. Not sure. We'll see. Hi, friends. What are y'all doing? How is everybody? Y'all, make sure you hit the heart button and sprinkle the video out. Share it with your friends. Debbie, you may have to go out and come back in. I'm really excited for this. I have been eyeballing something very similar for a couple of weeks, and it finally came to life. What's this one gonna be? It finally came to life tonight. Okay, so I'm not too concerned about the background color. I'll explain why later. So it really doesn't matter how dark it is. Okay, so now we're gonna go in and we're gonna paint this one Dune. Thank you. Hi, friends. All right, so let me spray this one. Let's see. Where are all my, oh, there's a good one. Okay, so let's grab the cadet color. So this is our deepest blue that we have. Love it. Now, this one paints very nicely. However, again, like I was telling y'all, don't get too much water. Like, don't water it down too much, or you'll be adding a second coat, which is fine if you want to do that. But just be mindful. Just know that is a possibility. All right, so I have no mat down tonight that I'm just painting my desk away. Okay, so this one's gonna have like dune colored stars on it. So I'm gonna lay that there. I'm not gonna get rid of that paintbrush just yet. However, I am gonna clean this off. Marilee, we are going tomorrow to hopefully find out some news. Fingers crossed. It has been a rough couple of days. All right, so let's wipe this off because it is wet. And this one says R with dune stripes. So that to me is paint it red and apply dune on top with your pattern. Okay, so let's spray that. I'm gonna grab my candy apple paste and we're gonna just paint away. And you'll see why I wrote on the back of these when we start piecing these together. I think it'll make sense. At least it did to me. But you do you, y'all. All right, so let's do that. I think we're good there. This one's gonna have like a shiplap type look to it. We are gonna use a new transfer that I haven't used. And I give credit, shout out to Zach for this one. Because we were in here earlier after dinner trying to figure out what transfers I was going to use. And he's like, oh my gosh, look at this. You should use this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so right. He's like, don't forget to tell them that I picked it out. I'm like, I will give credit where credit is due, buddy. Don't you worry. All right, so we're going to grab, not this, let's put this down. I am going to use the new, let me tell you what this is called, Patriotic Stars. Okay, so this actually matches up with our chunky star cutouts. Okay, these are self-sitting. You can put them on a shelf, whatever you want to do. Okay, we are going to use this transfer though for our little stars. Okay, and I actually have 2 cadet that are already painted and waxed. We are prepared. All right, and so this one says blue with dune. So this is going to be the star. Let's see. This is going to have like the star pattern on it. So let me just cut this up. I'm just taking my scissors, my transfer trimmers, and gliding it along the cut line. Okay. Let's see if Zach went all the way. He was in here cutting earlier. All right, let me see. Okay, so now we need to come over here. Cut this line, and cut this line, and cut this line, and then all the way across. So we're going to use this on the blue stars. All right. Wow, that was a lot to do. All right, so we need to fuzz it, okay? Because, well, everything just fell. These are reusable and they are sticky, y'all. So they're gonna stick to my little star, okay? Let me see here. Here we go. Hi, Donna. I think Zach may have just informed you. Okay. No pigtails tonight, y'all. Today was a hair on your head kind of day. All right, so we're going to add this star pattern to star number 1. Okay, so let's grab our Dune paste and grab a mini squeegee. And I'm just going to take it over the transfer and allow the paste. This is chalk and paste form. It's water soluble, kid friendly. Basically allow it go through the silk screen onto my star. Okay. Let me flip that over and we're going to lift this up. Oh my goodness. Yes. Look. All right. So I am not a fan of really laying these on like back down. So I am going to clean this really quick. We're going to use this one 2 more times. Thank you. Thanks, Darcy. Thank you so much. So let's clean this with our board eraser. Super awesome tool to have. It comes in a 2-pack, but it helps remove all of that paste out of your screen so that you can reuse it, right? Thanks, Brenda Perry. How are you, Brenda? Hi, Ellen. So we're going to clean this just with a paper towel, wipe off all that excess water. All right, so I'm going to keep this handy because we're going to use it again. But we just wiped off all of that fuzz that we just had on there, right? So we're going to, Lord, hold on. Let me take off this watch. I do this every time. I don't need that thing to start playing music. So we're fuzzing it again. We're applying lint to the back so that it doesn't stick too well on our hearts. Not hearts, stars. Wrong holiday. Okay, so this is the one that I just painted. So we'll have to apply wax to that. So let's put this down like so. And grab our Dune paste and just go over it, okay? Paste goes a long way, folks. Don't waste it. It can be put back into the jar. Like the paste is even reusable. So you take it out of the jar, you slap it on your transfer, you let it go through the silk screen, take all of your excess, slide it right back into the jar, okay? So we're gonna lift this one off. Oh, it's just darling. So cute. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I'm kind of going for like a farmhouse feel for this door hanger that we're creating. Hopefully it turned out. I've got a bucket of all the things for a bow. So hopefully we can pull it together. Hi, Wanda Smith, how are you? I know, Kevin, it would be appropriate, but you know how things have happened in the past. Doesn't always play the most appropriate thing based on what I'm saying to y'all, which is crazy because it picks up words and creates its own. Okay, so before I forget, I'm going to grab our stars and wax them. Okay, hi, Dawn. We are well. How are you? So I'm going to wax these because we painted the wood, okay? And anytime you paint the wood, you want to wax it if you're going to apply a silkscreen transfer. Okay, so let me grab this one. I hope that made sense. You're going to wax the wood. You're going to wax after you paint it. Okay, so let's grab this one. We're gonna go in here. Love this wax applicator, y'all. Mine is dirty as dirty can be, but you can throw it in the washer and the dryer, and it's perfectly fine. Hi, Janet Opals. Marianne, how are you? All right, I think we're done with that. So now let's do our last one of the blue, okay? And then we're gonna do our red and our dune. And then I have the others. Probably can't see them, but they're laying right here behind me. It's gonna be one of those magical moments for television where like the cake just appears in the oven after the person just whips it up, right? It's gonna be one of those. Because ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so let's line this up, slap it on, and here we go. Take your squeegee, go over it, and then put your excess back in the jar, and you're going to lift it up. Number 3, okay? Oh my gosh. All right, so you see how this goes, right? You use the transfer, you fuzz it, you lay it down, you put paste over it, you clean it, and then you wipe it off with a paper towel to dry. And then you're going to stick it right back on the sheet that it came on, back in its home. Okay, so I'm going to lay this one over here. This one's ready to go. Okay, now we're going to pick up and we're going to do the dune with the red, because remember, I put notes on the back of my stars, so I remembered what to do on which one. Okay, so this one is actually, I'm using the jar cutout because it has a little bit of distress look in it. It's really not going to come out super duper crazy distressed on the star. It's going to add just some tiny, tiny specks. But I wanted it, like I needed something a little bit solid for one of our stars, okay? Yes, it was antique wax. All right, so let's grab this one. Now, this one's going to be a little tricky, y'all. So let me tell you about this one. There is so much silkscreen on this, like so much, that it's really not sticky. So what you're going to have to do, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yes. You need to like put your hand here and hold it. Okay? Just like so that it doesn't move. So it's going to come out and look like, well, what did you do, Amy? Like it just looks like all red. What is the purpose of laying the silkscreen down? Why didn't you just paint it red? And I will do my very best to show you the little bitty details of how this works. Okay, so I'm going to pick up all of my excess, just like that. Make sure you get all the way to the edge, and you're going to just lift it off. Okay, now I see some right there where I missed. So I'm going to just grab it real quick. All right, let me put this aside and spray it because that red is going to stain. Okay, so hit the heart button for me, y'all. Let me know you're here. Oh no! All right, so let's do this. I just take a wipe. I don't know if you can see this. I just take a wipe and I get majority of that off. And then I spray it again and take my board eraser. Okay? To get most of it out of the screen. Do not be concerned if your transfer gets stained. It's not that the paste is stuck inside the screen. It's just like the pigment is so strong in some of the colors that it looks like it's stained. I'm sorry. It will stain, but it's not, like I said, stuck in the transfer. Okay? So it's clear, it's just stained. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I just ruined my transfer. No, you didn't. It'll be fine. So then all you have to do is This is what I was talking about, putting it right on the backer sheet, like back on its home, so that you can use it again. Okay? All right, so let me see if I can show you this without messing it up. Okay? Check it out. So there are little bitty, you see the specks? That is part of the jar cutout transfer. That is by design. So that is what I wanted. So it's not solid red, right? That is what I wanted. All right, so this one is red with dune stripes. So let's grab our star cutout transfer. This one also has a lot of silk screen. I am not going to fuzz it because I want the lines right here that are sticky to stick here. And yes, I already waxed. Okay. So this is going to be dune. Let's see, I already put that up. So let me grab a new squeegee. And we are just going to work pretty much left to right. Doesn't really matter, but some of these that have a larger silk screen and way less stickiness, you may find it easier to work in one direction versus going like left to right, up to down, whatever, up to down, top to bottom, up to down, y'all. Have y'all ever heard that? Nope. You did tonight. Okay. Let me turn on my glue gun because it's about that time to assemble. Ready, set, go. It does, Catherine. That's why I love it. Lift. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, I see this. It's coming. This farmhouse feel for this round is coming. You just wait. All right, let me just clean this really quick, and then we'll have all of our cleaning done. And I won't have to fight with the paste to get it out of the screen later because it'll be dry. Like, do it as you go. Clean as you go. Okay? Just like that. I typically don't like to let water sit on my transfers. I always like to get that dirty water off. And now it can go back on the backer sheet, which is this. Let me just put it there for now. I'll straighten it out later. Okay? On your mark, get set, go. So here's what we have. We've got 3 shiplap stars. Okay? We've got 3, I don't know, distressed red stars. Okay, let me make sure this one's dry. Thanks, Deb. Hi, Jeanette. How are you? Okay, and then we have 3 blue stars. Just kidding, we're missing one. We have 4 shiplap stars, because remember you have 10 that you're going to paint. Now you're probably wondering, like, why on earth do I have 20 total stars? Well, I thought y'all might want to elevate your project a little bit. So I'm pretty sure all of these are not dry. Okay, and we're going to grab this, and they're going to go on this, around it. Wrong star. Okay, so I've got my glue gun on. I'm really excited about this, y'all. I hope you are too. See this? All this? I love it. Let me see if this works. Woo! Now I can see. Okay. Dry, dry, dry. Look at this! Isn't this so cute? And it's not white. It's dune color. Oh, I'm so excited. Can you tell? Okay. Now what we have to do is figure out where these are going to go on here, because we have 10 stars, but 3 designs. 3, designs. Okay. So I do know that I want my pointed star at the top. And I want the dune. I want the dune up there. Okay. All right. I do know that we are going to put, let's see, how do I want to do this? Red, blue. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to rearrange these in a little bit because remember I have 4 of one, 3 of the other. And I don't want to get the same down here. I was trying to avoid having the red and the blue next to each other. But I don't know that that's going to be the case. So let me try. It's like a puzzle, y'all. Nope, that's not going to work. It'll be fine. It's going to be fine. So I'm going to leave it just like so. Y'all see that? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to put my red at the top. Yes. Okay. I'm going to do my red star at the top. All right. Let me see if this is ready. Comment star, y'all, and you can get the cutouts and everything that we have for you. Okay. So I want to elevate this to the next level. Well, how is she going to do that? I'm going to stack these stars. Okay. So that it's thicker. All right. It's elevated. All right. So we're just going to keep going, but I'm going to keep the pattern. Like I'm not going to take them all the way off and lose where I had everything. Okay. Because I don't want to forget what I have here. So you do get the 20 stars with the project. Okay. So see how easy this is? And if you decide that you don't want to use the 20 stars and use the elevation method, use the 10 stars for something else. Okay. Deb, what are you talking about? Red and blue star on the top left, right here. So yeah, I was thinking, because I'm going to do a bow. I'll have to mess with it and see. All right, so just go all the way around. Again, you don't have to do this, but you do get 20. And I'm just using a dab of glue to hold them together. And I'm pushing them against the table so that they stay even, just like so, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about this. Really. Really. Hi, Danita, how are you? Can you pull the wreath more towards you? Is that better? Okay, now we're getting to the final few. If you wanted to, you could go in and give these stars a little distress by sanding them even more, okay? I don't know if I'm going to, but I might. All right, so there is our elevated star. It's just thicker, right? Let's see. Somebody made a comment. Okay, good. Somebody said, what I mean, blue in June. Turn one striped star to your left so that the stripes match the others. So I was thinking of being a little different and having the stripes not all go in the same direction. Am I crazy? Okay. I'm going to stick with it. All right. So, as I mentioned, you could take this and give your stars a little bit more love. However, they look rustic enough to me, and I'm not even going to mess with it. So, I am going to go in now and the star behind you on the wall with the black and white trim, that's one awesome so far, my favorite. Sharon, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so what's awesome about this background, y'all, is there's score lines, and you will still be able to see them as you glue your stars. So you kind of know where to place them, right? So just get you some hot glue and go around. You can add more glue if you want, not just a little stripe like I am, but you do you. I'm excited for this. Who's excited? Hit the heart button. Me, 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 me. I'm a huge fan of like painting like the cutouts and creating the piece. Like I don't want to have to, I don't know, freehand it like I did the other one behind me. I'm not the greatest at it. But you give me 1,800 pieces to something like this and I'll paint it separately and then throw it together. All right, let's put this down. Keep it going. What do y'all think? I'm loving it. So this and a few other things have been added to Zach's shop, his Etsy shop. Go check it out. He added the macrame stuff today. I think what else we have on there. You can get the single stars as well, 4-inch. All right, done. Okay, so all of these are glued down. Okay, so check it out. But we're not done yet because this needs something. So this is the top. Y'all, look at this. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I did, Gary. I just haven't had a chance to respond. Thanks. Okay, so here we go. I have all my stuff in a bucket tonight. Looky there. I'm very prepared. I've got the raffia. I've got the bow maker. I even grabbed some fabric. Not sure I'm going to use it. I've got some buffalo plaid, if you want to call it that. I have just a bunch of different ribbon that we may use, we may not use. Some red stripes. Some polka dots. I don't know. We're going to see what we can, I don't know, come up with. So let me put my bucket to the side. Thank you. And I don't know that I'm going to do the ribbon because this is probably going to get very floppy when we go to use it, but we'll see. Okay. I don't know. All right, here we go. So I'm going to, what kind of bow do I want? So we have 16 inches. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see how big this is. Okay, so I'm going to cut my ribbon 9 inches. And I may end up using that after all, the actual fabric itself. So let's go in here and do 9. I think I may do like a messy bow tonight. Excuse me, you don't belong. Okay. Let's do our polka dots. And polka dots again. What I don't have is any really big wide ribbon. I know, you're right. So, what if I don't know that I want to use fireworks. A or B? We'll see. Shoot, which one was A, y'all? A was this one. Okay. All right, so let's cut this open. I've had this for quite some time. This is from Hobby Lobby. Let's do 9 there. Like even this red and this ribbon is like not like bright, which I love. This has lace on it. Let's try this one. This one's from the Dollar Tree. I haven't used that ribbon in a while. Oh Lord, everyone's getting the message if they type in the letter. Sorry guys, lots of A's. So A was the fireworks, right? Yes. Should have known, y'all. All right, so then I'm gonna go in with some of this. Oh, just kidding. This is all pre-cut. So, look. Actually, this may work. It's all cut. Who in their right mind would have cut this up and put this in a Ziploc bag? Whatever, it's fine. That was me. That's a longer piece. Okay. So now we have this. So I'm just going to cut a couple strips of this. This is gray, which we didn't use any gray, but I thought it was subtle enough that we could use it. Why did I throw that over there? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. This. Zach did it. I know. Okay. All right. Now, I am going to take the time to remove the wire from the ribbon because I don't necessarily want it for tonight. So all you have to do is just pull it out of the one side of the end. And I typically have pretty good luck. Okay, whatever you do though, do not throw these on the floor. Because if you step on this or somebody in your house likes to put things in their mouth, like an animal or, I don't know, a kid, toddler, grandkids, that would not be a good thing. So let's do that. Got a couple more. All right. And I typically don't buy non-wired ribbon. Because I love wired ribbon when you're making bows, but today I do not want it. This one, yes, it is. So let's see what happens. I just like to fold over the edge and strip out the wire. All right, so we decided on the fireworks, right? Yes. They both work, Sharon? Okay, thank you. It just makes more sense in my brain to take them out. That's how my brain operates. All right, so let's cut 2 of these. And then we can start assembling our bow. Yeah, I think I've done a messy bow with wired ribbon before, but it's okay. Just like so. All right, done and done. Okay, let's put this away. Where's my bucket? Throw all my stuff in there that I don't need. Might need that. Okay, so let me see if I even need this. Probably not. I've never done a messy bow in here. Let's see if it works. Okay. So there's no twisting, right? May not even work, y'all. You're probably yelling at me saying, don't do that. It doesn't work. It doesn't matter. Guess what? It's okay. I don't want that there. All right. Polka dot red. Darn it, every time. Every single time. There we go. See, it's all better. All right, let's grab more of this. Not too much. Grab our little strings. Let's see if we can get these to work. Didn't use the fabric, y'all. That's okay. All right, here we go. Let's push this down as we are tying it. Really tight. Tie it one more time. And lift. Okay. So then I'm going to take this to the back. And we're going to tie it again. Just like this. And then we're going to put this super cute little bow on our star. Star wreath. Star door hanger. Whatever you want to call it. Okay. So I'm thinking that this worked when you put the ribbon in the Odabra to make a messy bow. So let me cut this off. And that's ridiculously long. So is that one. And that one. Just kind of giving it a haircut. Like so. Okay, and I want these to kind of hang. So the longer the better, I think, right? Spread it out like a fan so you can see the ribbons. And then we'll add it on. Okay, no, I don't think any dovetail tonight. Oh my gosh, y'all. Woo! Rah-rah, shishkumba. Okay, grab our thing here. Look. Okay, so I want the red on the top. What do y'all think so far? I think we knocked it out of the park. And if Kelly's still on, I'm going to pose for my picture. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, I forgot one. I forgot a lonely little piece of ribbon. That's all right. He'll be fine. He can be used for the next project. So we're going to glue this kind of at the bottom of that red star. Like right there. And I'm going to let that melt a little bit. And glue it down. Let me turn it around here though. I've got too much going on. Okay, that's how I want it to lay. I'm gonna put it right there because I want to still see that red star come through at the top. So let me just move it towards my view. Press and hold. Oh my goodness, y'all. I did it. I did it. I did it. I had this vision and it came to light. It's magic. It is magic. All right. Ready? Ready, Kelly? This is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. Look how cute it is. Oh my goodness. Ready? Cheese. Y'all, check out the bow on that. This is so farmhouse. So my style. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, what do y'all think? You like it, Deb? That bow is magnificent. So, here you go, y'all. There it is. These are double layered hearts. You get 20 with the kit. You can paint them whatever you want. Go get your ribbon. But see, you can still see the point of the star up here. And then, of course, we got our blue one right here. All by its lonesome. So, yeah. Thanks. So, y'all have a good one. I will see you next time. Pretty stinking proud of this one. So, all right, y'all. Take care. Love y'all. Bye.